Hello guys, Robert1 here, and today doing another segment on my channel that I haven't done in a couple of weeks, and that is Konami Fix the Ban List. Now, for you guys who don't know what Konami Fix the Ban List is, Konami Fix the Ban List is a segment I do on my channel where I talk about cards that I think should be limited, semi-limited, banned, unlimited, all of this stuff, all of that, because I feel like giving my opinion kind of could help people realize that, sure, things need to happen in these areas, and maybe if I get one or two right, maybe my opinion did hit Konami slightly. I'm small as fuck, so I doubt it. But yeah, this is basically a segment where I talk about the ban list, specific cards that I think that should be done something to that are on the ban list or off the ban list, that should be put on the ban list or somewhere on the ban list. Yeah. But anyway, today we are talking about a card that actually has been going through a lot of people recently. I feel people have been talking about this card a lot, and obviously it is a very good card in the link format, and it's just something that I've been thinking, like, this card isn't as bad as it seems, but it does need to actually be hit. And this card is Grinder Golem. Now, why are we talking about Grinder Golem? Now, Grinder Golem, on the Konami standpoint, on everybody's standpoint right now, and in the OCG, like, the Grinder Golem essentially is everything in the TCG. No, not in the TCG, sorry, the OCG. And it's like, Grinder Golem is basically a free firewall in the OCG, it's a free Skull D in the OCG, and all of that. And why is it this? It's because it can be used to summon itself twice. And how do people do this twice? Basically, it summons itself onto your opponent's board, gives you 2 tokens, and you've given them a free K-Monster. This card was also used in cards such as the deck that basically... There's a card in the game that says, when you take 3k damage, activate it, your opponent and you and your opponent banish all monsters in their deck. That was the card that Grinder Golem mainly was used for. But the reason why it's this now is because it can give you a free Grinder Golem. Well, not Grinder Golem. It can give you any free rank 4 as necessarily. And because of this, it's like, we need to kind of talk about this. This card, personally, to me, it's very stupid because the combos you can do with it, and the reasons you can do these combos are because of cards such as Akashic Magician, because of cards like Security Dragon, which we ain't got yet in the TCG. And the reason people is obviously saying that they want this card to be hit or banned is because it can be able to do these things. But where is my personal standpoint on this card? Well, my personal standpoint on this card is that I don't think it should be banned. Yes, the card is still very good, but I don't think it's a card that is banned worthy. I think this is more of a card that should be limited. Now, this card, sure, it can summon Firewall Dragon, it can summon Skull D, the Worm, but it doesn't really there's no real justification for this card to be banned. Just being able to give you a free Firewall Dragon there doesn't really mean much, because Firewall Dragon on its own it's not a good card on its own. Firewall has never been a good card on its own, purely because all it could do on its own was nothing, essentially. Firewall on its own is very rubbish, I have to say, because without a monster to send to graveyard, you can't special summon one from hand, and without a card being code linked to Firewall, it can't be doing anything. So Grinder Golem being able to make a free Firewall, in my opinion, is essentially not powerful whatsoever. And also, being able to make a Skull D, sure, Skull D has 3 downward pointing arrows, and it can be able to be used to summon one from hand. But the combo with the Grinder Golem combo is normally making a Skull D, is normally using a Security Dragon and a Akashic Magician, which is why I'm like, this isn't really worth it. So my full opinion on this card is that it doesn't really need to be banned. It can be limited, because of then people are more not so necessarily going to use it to do this stupid combo, because it's a one-off. It's such as Gofu. Gofu would be a lot better. But basically having one card Link Monsters in the game, I feel like they're more prone to go to one than they are banned, through like Gofu, because Gofu was a one card decode talker, whereas Grinder Golem on its own is a one card Firewall or a one card Scoldy. And Scoldy, you need 3 monsters to make be able to even special summon one from hand. So I mean, meh, like. And you're normally going to be summoning both the Security Dragon and the Akashic Magician to be able to return the Grinder Golem twice. So, yeah. But really, just because of this card can summon itself twice, and you can return it to your hand because of these 2 cards, doesn't really justify it being banned, in my opinion. Like, Grinder Golem, sure. Sure, Grinder Golem is a very powerful card, being able to summon both Firewall, Scoldy, even a... I'm trying to think now. I don't know. It could even summon Borreload if you play it right. Like, yeah, you could summon Borreload, because all you got to do is you've got to make Borreload. You've got to summon Grinder Golem, then make Akashic, summon Grinder Golem to your opponent's board, make 2 tokens, make a... No, you can't, because there's no sideways pointing Link monster yet. That's a Link 1 other than the Cyberse one, but my bad. But really, this card is just generic Link 4 bait, and sure, we don't have enough Link 4s in the game right now to justify there being a reason for it to be banned. I feel like Grinder Golem is a card that can be limited, fair enough, because Grinder Golem is a card that, sure, can summon a free Firewall. Firewall does nothing on its own, doesn't really justify it being banned. Can make a free Scoldy. Scoldy will be getting in late January, I believe. Sure, you can make that with 1 card, but you're gonna be using 2 monsters, so all you're gonna get is the 300 boost effect. So there's no real point to that. Like, sure, Grinder Golem is a very powerful card, and I understand it's a very powerful card because it can summon multiple Link monsters. It can make a free Link 4, but just with that justification, it can also make Tropological Bomber Dragon. I just realized that, but that still doesn't justify the reason. So, what am I basically getting across here, guys? I am saying that Grinder Golem, it's a powerful card, it's a good card, it can do quite a lot of things in the game, but it doesn't have a justification to be banned. All these YouTubers saying that Grinder Golem should be banned, Grinder Golem should not be in the game anymore. Like, sure, you're right, the card is powerful, the card can do a lot, but the card isn't a card that necessarily needs to be banned. Yes, the card is good. Yes, the card can do lots of things. Yes, the card can make a Firewall, a Scoldy, possibly a Barrel Load if you play your cards right, and a Tropological Bomber Dragon, but those cards on their own aren't good. Scoldy, sure, it has the triple pointing down arrow, but the only deck that could justify that is Magicians, and the card being at 1 would be very good because you're taking up space in your extra deck for it, so you wouldn't play it. Firewall Dragon, only deck that could justifiably play it, World Chalice. World Chalice because, or Trickstars. Actually no, I'll give Trickstars because they have the Trickstar loop, turn 2, where they can just crash a Leica into a monster, Lilybell returns to hand, summon loop, but they have to get to that point. But even at 1, it's like, am I going to still do this? Is there a point to still do this? And with Tropological Bomber Dragon, you're going to need to special summon a monster to the pointer anyway, and normally if you're doing the Grinder Golem combo, you're doing it either turn 2 when your opponent may have some sort of established board, but if they do, that your Grinder Golem is possibly going to get negated, so what's the point? And a Barrel Load, which I don't actually think is possible right now, unless we get a Link 2 monster that points, a generic Link 2 that requires Fiends. Wait, we do have that. But then you can't return the Grinder Golem to your hand, so it's bad. It's very bad. But, yeah, guys, So, even though everybody is saying Grinder Golem should be banned, I personally don't think Grinder Golem should be banned. Sure, it has the combo where you can go Akashik into Security Dragon, return Grinder Golem twice, and have 6 monsters. Sure, you can make a Firewall. Firewall does nothing on its own, so it doesn't need. So that's irrelevant. Tropological does nothing on its own, so it's irrelevant. And Scaldy, you're only gonna have the 2 monster effect at most. But yeah, guys. I realise that I'm rambling on and have said most of the same things over and over again in this video, but that's the point I'm trying to get across. This card isn't a stupidly broken card. Yes, it is good. Yes, it is powerful. But is it broken? No, Grinder Golem is not a broken card. It is a good card. It's not a broken card. But, yeah, guys. What do you personally think of this? Do you think I'm just insane for saying that Grinder Golem should stay at 1 if it gets hit whatsoever? Do you guys think that Grinder Golem should be absolutely banned? Do you think Grinder Golem is fine where it is? Like, sure, if it's still at 3 when we get Security Dragon, that might be a problem. But even so, it's not a busted card. Like, personally, I feel like Grinder Golem is fine where it is. If we're going to hit it, it should be limited, because I don't feel like banning it really means anything. Like, sure, it takes out of the game, but will it dominate in the TCG? I don't know, but in my opinion, it's a completely fair and balanced card. Like, you give them a 3k monster, sure, you're going to return that monster back to your hand and give them it again, but so what? Like, the monsters you're summoning with it are mediocre at best. Firewall, sure, it's powerful with other monsters, but on its own it's garbage. Tropological, garbage on its own. Tropological, garbage on its own. Well, I guess you could summon the Grinder Golem to a link marker it points to. Nah, I still think it should be limited. There's no reason even still. And Scaldy, you're getting up most of the 2 effects. So, yeah, guys. What is your personal opinions on this? I just feel like Grinder Golem isn't as powerful as people think it is. Personally, it's a good card. Sure, it can be really good. But guys, what do you think? Tell me what you think of it in the comment section below. Tell me if you think I'm insane. Tell me if you think I'm an idiot for saying this. Just give me your opinions, because I like having discussions with you guys. I like giving my opinions, and I like just talking about the ban list, because the ban list is one of the most interesting subjects in the game. So, yeah, guys, that's the video. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. If you enjoyed the video, as I said, press the like button to show that you enjoyed it. I'll make more. Subscribe if you enjoyed it so you can see later videos. And comment so I can have discussions with you guys about this card. But, yeah, guys, also, don't forget to press the notification button to be notified of future videos. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Robot1, signing out. Grinder Golem, you can go to 1. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and check out the links in the description for the previous video, and the link to my Facebook page where you can see previous videos that I've posted there, and any other information that I may have posted there. I hope to see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.